Hi Caroline,
Hi, Helen.
thanks for doing this interview.
You're welcome.
What have you been enjoying or not enjoying in lockdown during COVID?
Well, obviously there have been lots of things that people have had to deal with during this situation, but it's also been a good opportunity to record songs that I've written for a new album with less distractions than you normally get. So that's been a positive result from this situation.
So, you'll have probably done a lot of recording during your life as a musician.
I have. I've done recording for other people and in other bands as I am a player. But I also enjoy writing my own songs. I've recorded 4 albums previously. I'm now on my 5th album, which is my lockdown album. I've done albums with other people as well, but this is the one that's going to be album number 5.
So, what inspires you to write a song?
It's a mixture of things. Some of my songs have an autobiographical element because of something that's happened that I feel I wish to explore and reflect upon with music as a medium. Well, others are just stories that I've just been inspired to imagine, having heard something that somebody said to me or I've read. So there's a variety of inspirations.
So, when you write a song, I'm fascinated. Do you write it for yourself, or is it with other people in mind?
It's always for myself, in that I only write them to entertain myself and to be engrossed whilst I'm in the process of putting them together in a recording. Having said that, I hope that the way I'm careful to put the lyrics in such a way that I hope that they will resonate with some other people, and that some people will think, oh yes, I can relate to that, and maybe get something from it. But that side of my music is really, I won't say it's not for other people, but that's my creative output, whereas a lot of my music time has been put into helping other people in terms of education and I suppose performance as well, entertainment. So entertainment and education, but the writing of the songs is more for me rather than more altruistic aims.
Okay, so I'm fascinated. Let's just go through the steps that you take when you're writing a song. I mean, I know they'll probably all be different, but is there a pattern? I mean, do you start with a word, some words, a chord sequence?
I've changed my process over the years. When I started, they always started on the piano, and I would just mess around on the piano and find music that I liked on the piano, and then would find words to fit. Quite often the words were completely nonsensical because they were just shapes of sounds that fitted the music, and then I would work on them to try and make them have some sense. But in recent years I've completely gone the other way round and write the lyrics first and then put the music to it, because I find that now I'm more wanting to put together certain stories rather than just aimlessly come up with music. So I've morphed from the writing at a piano to writing the lyrics first now. I'm sure I'll do more going back to this at some point, but this is my current way of doing it.
That's fascinating. So really you're not writing a song, you're writing a musical story.
Yes.
And do you have a process for writing your story? The words?
It depends on whether it's just a story about something that's nothing to do with me, or whether it is an autobiographical element to it. And it does vary from song to song. Some of the songs I like to have a strong chorus, whereas other ones are just a narrative all the way through. And I like to make sure I've got a variety of those as well. If you have confinements and parameters, I think it helps you to actually be a bit more creative by confining yourself with those things, because if you have no restrictions, you tend to just write the same thing over and over.
Sorry, so what are your confinement and restriction then? How does that work?
I might decide beforehand that I'm going to have a certain amount of lines, or that certain lines are going to rhyme and other ones don't, or that I'm going to have repetition in a certain place, or I'll have this many choruses and that many verses, or I won't have any choruses. So those are some things I decide.
So you give yourself a structure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.